It's never been so tense. The pursuits, decisive actions, and unexpected situations always make people shiver. From chasing cars at terrifying speeds in the rain and wind, to breathtaking chases, the police have faced extreme danger. Will they be able to stop the crime before it's too late? It was unbelievable how fast and dramatic it all happened. On the evening of April 16th, the family of a 29-year-old woman from Vallejo reported her missing. They were concerned for her safety after she was last seen with Juan Ayan Barraza, 24. Police received a call from a bicyclist reporting a man carrying a body wrapped in a blanket in the Oakland Hills. The victim, Tamisha Thomas, was attacked and taken to the hospital in critical condition. The chase between police and Ayan Barraza was dramatic, as he drove at breakneck speeds and threatened the lives of those around him. Eventually, a dramatic confrontation ensued, ending in heartbreaking fashion. Surely no one could have imagined a chase this intense.
I'm right here, please.
On Saturday evening, February 12, 2022, I was parked in my patrol car on Spring Street, preparing to engage in a pursuit with a Honda CBR 1000RR. After receiving assistance from the APD Air Squad, the Honda was tracked and I quickly noticed it passing in front of my vehicle, not stopping despite the warning lights and sirens. The speed of the vehicle was so fast, as it shot across lanes at breakneck speeds, that I was unable to maintain visibility after they passed through the MLK Jr. area on I-75/85. The chase did not stop. Phoenix continued to follow the Honda as it veered east on I-20, reaching speeds of up to 160 miles per hour when the speed limit was 60 miles per hour. The car sped down the side streets, leaving onlookers in disbelief. Finally, as the Honda entered the intersection of Rock Springs Road and Panola Road, it collided with a patrol car, but fortunately no one was injured. The driver of the Honda, Bakaria Briney of Lithonia, Georgia, was arrested shortly thereafter without incident. However, his car was impounded for being uninsured and his registration was suspended. Briney was taken to headquarters to face serious charges of reckless driving, driving without insurance, and fleeing from police. The daring and audacity of this car thief is unbelievable. On June 3, 2022, a LoJack alert for a stolen Ford Mustang went off, attracting the attention of police. As the Mustang turned onto Hardin Avenue from Madison Street, police immediately activated their emergency lights and sirens. The driver, without hesitation, took off, starting a tense chase. TFC George quickly joined in, assisting in tracking the car as it continued to drive at high speeds, ignoring traffic lights and endangering other vehicles. As the Mustang spiraled out of control and continued to flee, a powerful pit caused the car to spin. The driver continued to flee, but TFC George performed another pit, ending the chase and arresting Dexter Lamar Williams. A dramatic and unexpected chase ensued that night.
Yes. I need you to pull over into that parking lot over there. You're in the middle of the road right now. To that parking lot over there. Do you understand?
At 1:29 a.m. on April 1, 2025, in St. Petersburg, Florida, a Pinellas police officer attempted to stop a red Toyota after the driver, Marina DiFilippo, ran a red light. After a brief exchange, she fled.
Pulling up to a stop at 177th Avenue West.
The chase continued as she turned onto Gulf Boulevard, and when stopped, DiFilippo still refused to stop. Instead, she made a U-turn, charging toward the officers.
You're not gonna get up on me. Not in this weather. Good fuck it around.
When the car sped toward an officer standing behind the patrol car's door, the officers were forced to fire to stop her.
Bring back off a little bit with the erupt in position.
DiFilippo continued to flee, crashing into another patrol car, eventually coming to a stop. She suffered non-life-threatening injuries.
Firearm right hand!
No one could believe that two children could be in such a dangerous situation. On February 16, 2025, Bernalillo County Sheriff's Department officers were faced with a tense situation when they found two children, ages 7 and 9, holding a gun.
Just put it down, babe.
Although bewildered, the officers tried to stay calm, asking the children to put the gun down and reassuring them that they were not in danger. However, one of the children pointed the gun at the officers. Eventually, the children gave up the weapon. The police department has not revealed how the children obtained the gun.
Drop it, both of you.
I don't even have the gun.
Get over here.
Unbelievable how tense and dangerous the situation was. On the afternoon of October 30, 2024, a police officer in Breckenridge Hills, Missouri stopped a Lexus for a license plate violation and tinted windows.
Okay, how long ago was your last shot?
During the inspection, the officer noticed signs of intoxication and asked the driver to get out of the car for inspection, but he refused. When the driver searched for his insurance card, the officer placed a tire deflation device in front of the car. Suddenly, the driver fled. The officer turned on his lights and siren and began a chase.
Eastbound California, Woodson. Robert, I need to update his location.
Northbound on Woodson approaching Natural Creek.
When the officer approached, the driver opened fire on them. The officer counterattacked, and the driver was shot, then arrested and taken to the hospital for emergency treatment. The next day, James Von Henderson, 30, was charged with multiple felony counts, including assault and resisting arrest.
Daily injured.
Stay on ramp to southbound 170. 51 is almost left ramp from southbound.
Natural Bridge.
Direction, description, please.
2013.
You didn't talk to no employee?
It's 414 now.
Okay.
It was an unimaginable situation. On August 19, 2024, Phoenix police responded to a call from a Circle K store near 12th Street and Indian School Road. Employees reported a man causing a disturbance and refusing to leave.
Black guy?
Have a seat.
When asked to leave, the man alleged that he had been assaulted and pointed across the street. pointing at 34-year-old Tyren McAlpin. Officers Harris and Sue believed the man's story and left to look for McAlpin. However, store employees and security cameras later disproved the claim. As McAlpin walked across the dollar store parking lot, Officer Sue asked him to stop.
Hey, get up! Stand up!
However, McAlpin, who was deaf, did not hear him and continued walking. A struggle ensued as the officers attempted to detain McAlpin, and after some resistance from McAlpin, Officer Harris struck him.
Got a bag?
The struggle lasted about 6 seconds before McAlpin was taken to the ground. After reviewing testimony and body camera video, Maricopa County Circuit Court decided to proceed with criminal charges against McAlpin, including 2 counts of assault on a police officer and 1 count of resisting arrest with violence.
It's new, so there's video.
Get someone in there on the video.
There's a guy with a knife. Yeah, he's just walking around in the store.
The scene of chaos in the store that night was unbelievable. Late on the night of April 18, 2025, Morgan Hill Police received a report of a man causing a disturbance in a Safeway store. The man, Sean Hillman, 40, was armed with a kitchen knife and a bottle of alcohol and refused to leave when asked by an employee.
Drop the knife. Hey, can you guys all get out of the store for me, please? Everybody, can you guys all get out of the store?
When police arrived, they repeatedly asked Hillman to put down the knife, but he refused and ran around the store with the weapon in his hand. After finding an injured victim, police attempted to restrain Hillman, but he continued to attack them with a bottle of alcohol and other objects.
Did he stab you or did he hit you? Did he stab you or hit you?
Finally, in self-defense, an officer fired his gun. Hillman continued to resist until he was subdued. He was taken to the hospital in stable condition.
Stop! Stop it now! Stop it! Stop!
There's deputies everywhere. There's deputies everywhere, man. Just get down on your knees. Don't do it. Stop. You're gonna... Stop. Stop.
We want to get you help. I'm going to taser.
Okay.
Hurry, you okay?
An unbelievable chase. On the morning of January 26, 2025, Fresno police responded immediately to a report of a robbery in progress at an apartment.
Forward to King 4 p.m.
After breaking in, 3 suspects took a safe outside, but were discovered and pursued by police.
They're trying to drive away. Don't move! Don't move! King 14, they're going back towards you. Shots fired! Shots fired!
During the chase, the driver, Amicho Mancia, attempted to pull out a gun and flee, but was shot and arrested by police. Police recovered several dangerous weapons and arrested 2 suspects.
Let me get that.
A tense chase. On March 6, 2022, while on patrol in Fulton County, an officer spotted a group of vehicles driving recklessly in the parking lot of the Greenbrier Mall. As he and his teammates approached, multiple vehicles began to flee in multiple directions.
Looks like they have 50 parking lots, stand by.
A black BMW sped away at a high rate of speed, and the officer immediately pursued. After performing a pit, the BMW spun around and crashed into the curb, ending the chase. The passengers in the car were taken into custody without incident. The driver was later taken to the Atlanta Detention Center.
Yep, right there. See all that active stuff. If you sitting here watching, counts. For real? Yes. When did that come out? Come on, good. Everybody can go. Every single part. So if we had stopped everybody, was 100 people here? Yeah. Everybody.
An unbelievable chase. On the evening of May 15, 2022, a Lexus IS 300 suddenly sped away at high speed, weaving between vehicles and crashing straight into the university campus. After 2 fierce pits, the car was finally controlled. The driver was arrested, and the occupants of the car were in a state of panic and fear.
I got a dog.
Driving out of it.
Atlanta 1039, there's more down there where I called it. Oh, I'm gonna go right back if I just let it. Sorry, fine. 1.0 meters.
Unbelievable, breathtaking chase. At 1:38 a.m. on July 10, 2021, a tense chase began when a car was traveling at a terrifying speed of more than 140 miles per hour on a 70 mph road. The driver continued to swerve, trying to avoid the blocking and pit tactics. However, when the car lost control and crashed into a row of trees, the police were able to stop the car. The driver immediately fled, but could not escape. Eventually, the police successfully arrested him, revealing shocking details about the criminal's behavior. What happened next, no one could have predicted. At 4:06 p.m. on June 8, 2021, TFC Moore received a call from the information center about a pursuit on I-185 involving a black BMW. As he drove to assist, it began to rain and the road was slippery. Despite the difficult situation, the BMW driver continued to flee at a terrifying speed, endangering surrounding road users. After several unsuccessful attempts to perform a pit, the car crossed a median, hit another car, and continued on its way. As TFC Moore tried to approach the car, he saw the driver, Kevin Caldwell, bend down and do something strange. Within seconds, Caldwell pulled out a gun and pointed it at the police. Things got tense and sudden. TFC Moore had no choice but to return fire to protect himself. After a series of evasive maneuvers and intense fighting, his teammates came to his aid, disarming Caldwell and taking him to the emergency room. In the end, it all ended in a suffocating, but also a moment the police officers will never forget.
So we're